नित्यानन्दसुखं पदं सुविमलं प्राप्तुं समीहायुताः सर्वे जन्मभृतः सदा व्यसनिनः तस्थानसम्मार्गणे एवं सत्यपि साध्यसाधनयुगम् सम्यक् न जानन्ति ते न प्राप्ता अधुनापि सौख्यपदवीं स्वाभीष्टरूपां यतः तत्प्राप्त्यै प्रभुसम्मितापि कृपया त्रय्यन्तसारान्विता वल्लीकाठकमध्यगा कविसमं प्रोत्साहयन्ति नरान् एवं साधनकल्पनां रचयते सन्मार्गगानां सतां तद्विष्णोः परमं पदं च सहसा गन्तुं मनीषावताम् आत्मानं रथिनं ब्रवीति निगमः बुद्धिं च तत्सारथिं देहं स्यन्दनमिन्द्रियाणि तुरगान् शब्दादितद्गोचरम् चेतः प्रग्रहमादरेण यैमान् वश्यांस्तनोत्यात्मवान् तस्यैवाप्यमिदं पदं सुखगणं पारं परं यद्वनः प्राप्यं तत्परमं सुखं हि मुनयः मोक्षं समाचक्षते जीवेशा जगद्विशेषरहितं ज्ञानैकसाध्यं ध्रुवम् येनात्मन्यतिरोहितस्वमहिमा आनन्दात्मको भासते मिथ्याध्यासमतिश्च येन गलति ज्ञानं तदेवामलम् आस्तिक्यं दृढमूलमेव मनुजः सम्पादयत्वादितः कर्माचारयुतस्ततश्च भवतु स्वर्गादिभोगेच्छया स्वर्गादावपि च क्रमेण गमितः नैरास्यमेवास्थिरे नित्यानित्यविचारणे स्वधिकृतः तत्त्वं समन्विच्छतु ज्ञानाप्ते परिपन्थिनौ किल मलः विक्षेपदोषस्तथा चेतोनिष्ठमहारिपु प्रथमतः चोन्मील्यनीयौ यतः कामं दूरमपास्य कर्मनिरतः मालिन्यरिक्तस्ततः चित्तैकाग्र्यसुसिद्धये च भजतां निष्कामनोपासनम् कर्मोपासनतो विशुद्धहृदयः तत्त्वार्थसंसिद्धये स्वाचार्यं परिचर्यशास्त्रविधिना तस्माच्च विद्यां परां श्रुत्वा संशयनुत्तये च मननं स्थाम्ने निदिध्यासनम् अभ्यस्य क्रमशः समाधिनिलयः प्राप्नोतु शान्तिं ध्रुवम्. The Acharya talked about Karma Yoga, Upasana, And now he is talking about Gnana Yoga, which is in the form of Gnana Yoga. He talks in the form of Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. Sravanena Ajnana Nivrittihi. By listening to Shastra, we can remove our ignorance. Mananena Samshaya Nivrittihi. By Mananam, by analysis, or Tatparya Nischayaha, by arriving at the central theme of the Shastra, we can remove our samshayas, doubts. Now he is talking about Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanena sthamni, sthiratvam. To remove what? Mananena samshaya nivrittihi, samshaya nuttaye. Nididhyasanam is meant for to remove viparita bhavana. Viparita bhavana means habitual orientation. Viparita bhavana nivrityartham nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam means owning up of the teaching, whatever we have studied. Samshaya rahita gnanam alone is gnanam. When there is no doubt in any knowledge, when there is no doubt, only that is called knowledge. Samshaya sahita means there is a knowledge but full of doubts. What is the use of that knowledge? Therefore, I have understood that Jeeva, Jagat, Ishvara are one and the same. Shastra is telling Aham Brahmasmi iti. But I have a doubt whether this is true or not. Because it is an intellectually I have understood, but it is not fact totally. Suppose a person is not totally convinced with that fact, that samshaya is there. Why that samshaya is there? Because of another reason. Because of lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Viveka, Vairagya, Mumukshutvam, if they are not there totally, Shama, Dama, Uparama, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam, if the person comes without proper qualification to study Shastra, he or she studies Shastra 10 years, suppose, without qualification, entered into the Shastra study from the back door. Front door na with sadhana chatushtaya sampad. Ella karma anushthanam ella panni, lot of sadhana does come directly to the teacher. But some people without qualification, they enter. For such persons, this Shravanam is required for all, but this Mananam and Nididhyasanam are required for unqualified person. Because there are lot of Viparita Bhavanas. What is Viparita Bhavana? Habitual orientation is there because of behavioral problem. From childhood, there is a problem in the family by birth. Some father or mother, some problems in the family. If suppose this child are not brought up properly with full study, care of my parents, mothers, teachers, that child cannot grow properly. As I said in the previous classes, there is some grudge inside, agony inside. Just as, for example, this person feels as though other people are insulting. For example, even though they are not insulting, this person thinks always as other people are insulting me. But other people are not having that intention. They don't have any intention of insulting this person. But this person always takes, if anybody talks, as though they are insulting. You might have come across such people. They always take anything, whatever you talk, they take it as insult. You are insulting me. For simple thing, they take like that. This is one of the habitual orientation. Like this, many problems in the college education or other places when they are not able to come up very well in the life, some drawbacks. So these are all are there in the mind. So suddenly has studied Shastra. But Shastra is as it is. It has not soaked. So Nididhyasanam is required. That Nididhyasanam means Upasanam, in meditation. You have to dwell upon the teaching more and more and more. Therefore, these meditations are very helpful. What we are taking, all this meditation, especially Vedantic meditation, after study of Shastra, Vedantic meditation is very helpful. So to remove all this habitual orientation, lot of inferiority complex, I don't know anything, I am not able to understand properly, my intellect is not sharp, I am not getting proper response from some students. Thinks Guru is not loving me, Guru is loving only others, she is talking only with others. These are the feelings comes, and nobody is taking care of me. Like these are the feelings. Even Shastra, he understood very well. Everything is clear, but these emotional weaknesses are there. These emotional weaknesses never allows a person to assimilate this fact. That's why a Vedantic seeker, not only intellectually sharp, at the same time emotionally also must be strong. Emotionally also must be strong. And the negative feelings, way of thinking negatively, everything, all these I have to remove. These are all come by sadhana. Nididhyasana means dwelling on the teaching. Go on, repeatedly think about the teaching. Then it comes. Otherwise, even you study 12 years, 15 years, each Upanishad 3 times, 4 times, Bhagavad Gita 4 times, 5 times will never help you. That's why you can see many scholars, but you can find very few Brahmanishtas. Somehow or other problem, emotional problem. So very difficult to come out of this emotional problem until you are very sound enough. Therefore, Ashtanga Yoga helps for that. Yama Niyama Asanas, all these help for the person to come out of all these problems. It's a very best discipline to sadhana, that is. Directly who comes from sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, shama, dhamma, indriya nigraha is there, no problem. But arakoraya sadhana panni, if it comes to Shastra study, there is a problem. And a guru also has a got problem with that student. No, he has to manage with the student slowly. He should not get disappointed. இத்தனை படிச்சனா எனக்கு மோட்சம் எப்போ வரும்னு கேட்பான். You are already muktahani, already he has studied 12 years, but no use. Again they ask the same question. இந்த ஜென்மத்தில் எனக்கு மோட்சம் வருமா? எனக்கா மோட்சமா வரதே? This is called habitual orientation. How can I get moksha? Some great people get moksha. I am ordinary person. Hello, small village I have born. Like that we look down upon ourselves. Therefore, this looking down upon oneself is one of the tragedy. Because lack of self-confidence, lack of courage, lack of emotional strength. Therefore, depending on other psychological dependence is there still. That's why Shastra study is there, but that should dhridam, sthiram, ahanamana nididhyasanam is another sadhana. So abhyasya, by practicing mananam and nididhyasanam, kramashaha, gradually, in the same order. First mananam, analysis, tatparya nischayam, arriving at the main central theme of that with shadlinga vichara, with all the 6 clues. So Brahma is the main topic of the Shastra. That Brahman is Nitya Ananda Swarupaha. That Nitya Anandam is none other than myself. This is what Shastra said. Now it is, I have to own up that. For that he says, Kramashaha Samadhi Nilayaha Prapnotu. Kramashaha means gradually. Ade order. Kramashaha means first Mananam, then Nididhyasanam. First Shravanam, then Mananam, then Nididhyasanam. This is the order. And the order la varanu. Samadhi Nilayam means abode. Samadhi means ever aware of the teaching. See, new definition. Ever aware of the teaching. What is the teaching? The Gnanam, Nityananda Sukham, that is your own nature. It is not outside. It is not experiential Ananda. It is your own nature. All this teaching. This is by studying all other Upanishads, Gita, you come to know this. That, aware of that teaching, abode, always be in that Samadhi Nilayaha. Prapnotu. Let you get that, attain that Shantim Dhruvam. Dhruva means everlasting Shantim, peace. You get everlasting peace. You never lose that peace. It will never become into pieces. P-I-E-C. This peace, everlasting peace. Samadhi Nilayaha means we have to understand. Samadhi means absorption. You always absorb in the teaching. The yoga philosophy, Samadhi is different. That is different. Here Samadhi Nilayah means that vritti. You have to enjoy the whole teaching. That is called Samadhi here. Abode. Therefore, you have to live in the teaching, aware of the teaching all the time. Continuing. Verse number 8. If you have any other doubts, I will, after the class, I will clear. Attain. Prapnot means attain. Brahmagnopi savasanakshayamanah nashau vidhaya kramat swatma rama paronisham sukhaghanaha. Muktassa jivannapi prarabdhe kshapite cha deha vilaye muktim videhangatah Satchit saukyamaye hyupadhirahite majjatva pare pare. In this verse, Acharya is talking two more disciplines. There are two more obstacles are possible even after listening so much of Shastra. What are those? Vasana kshayam and manonashaha. These two disciplines. Vasana kshayam. I will explain. Brahmagnopi. Even after knowing that I am Brahman, understood what Shastra said. Brahmagnopi. Vasana. Saha means that person. Vasana kshaya means I have to destroy, remove. Kshaya means you have to remove or destroy. Vasana. What vasana? Durvasanas. And manonashaha. Destroy the problematic mind. Destroying the mind. Vidhaya kramat. Systematically, gradually. He has to first remove the vasana kshayam. Vasanas means previous janmala vasanas will be there. The habit. Vasana means habit actually. Nariya habits irukkum. People very, very strong enough, but for some one single weakness is sufficient to destroy the person. And they say, I am a nice person, except this, one habit they say, except this, otherwise I am very good, very gentle, very sober. This only one you have to adjust. They will ask others, you have to adjust. Evil habit is one drop poison is sufficient to spoil the whole milk. That's why these habits, vasanas, makes the person as a slave. How to come out of these vasanas? Any habit, and the habit itself is like that. When you remove H, what remains in the habit? A bit remains. If you remove A, bit remains. If you remove B, it remains. What is it? Habit. It will not go that much either. What is habit? For example, Swamiji used to give one example. In your house, the sink pipe is not functioning. After food you wash your hands daily, use the pipe, you wash your hands. Suppose it is not working for some time. You keep the bucket of water for 1 month or 2 months until the plumber person comes to repair. You wash your hand with this mug of water for 1 month. Then later it is repaired and you remove the bucket. And you, after repairing this pipe also, what you do? You bend for the mug. Because that habit. That is the habit. This is called habitual orientation. Some people, reading newspaper is one habit. If daily newspaper padikkalana, out. Coffee kudikkalana, out. One habit. Similarly like this, some habits are there. You count yourself, what are the habits are there. Stick to very much they are attached to that habits. And they are not in a position to leave those habits, but they want Nityananda. These habits are at your body, physical, mental level. And you are not in a position to come out of those habits. Any weakness, either smoking or talking too much, unnecessary words, grudge on others, hatred or jealousy inside, any sort of slight, this asuri sampath is there, It's very difficult for such a person. We have to remove all those things. Yagani. Long back, some people have done a lot of, you know, created a lot of problems to us. We will never try to forget. We'll say, I will forget everyone, but except this person. Like that we say. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna tells in the 16th chapter, you have to develop Daivi Sampat. Total Daivi Sampat. Amanitvam, Adambhitvam, Ahimsa, Kshanti, Arjavam, Acharyopasanam, Shaucham, Sthiryam, Atma Vinigraham. All these we have to develop. These disciplines we have to develop. So Vasanakshaya is very, very important. Then Manonashaha. Manonashaha means destruction of the mind. This is a very big, confusing idea, the word. How to understand here? Manonashaha means not literally, you should not take it is destruction of the mind. Here we say Manonashaha means falsify the mind. Falsify the mind. Don't give reality to the mind. There are two reasons why you should not destroy the mind. Here Manonasha meaning is different. Literal meaning is destruction of the mind. Manasai illamale pannu ani sollirukka. Literal meaning destruction. Why you should not destroy? Why you should not take that literal meaning? For the two reasons I will tell you. Why you should not destroy the mind? The literal meaning why you should not take. Are you following me? Destruction of the mind and manas illamale pannadam. Is it possible? Impossible. Why? Why? What are the two reasons are there? You should not, you need not. Why you should not? First reason, mind is important to exhaust your prarabdha. Our prarabdha, either punya prarabdha or papa prarabdha can be exhausted by only through the mind. How? When you interact with the world, the people alone, your prarabdha will exhaust. Through your husband, through your children, through your neighbor, through your relatives. When you interact alone, your prarabdha will exhaust. Without mind, you cannot interact. You require mind to interact. Yes or no? No, without mind I will interact. Impossible. Without mind you cannot interact. If you interact alone, your prarabdha will exhaust. Therefore, you require mind. Suppose you exhaust your prarabdha without this interaction, you need not have this body. This body avashyam kadayadu. No interaction avasyaram illaye. Mind will exhaust its prarabdha, punya prarabdha without body. If I exhaust my punya prarabdha, papa prarabdha, just along with the mind, without the interaction, there is no need of the body. This body has come because of the interaction, punya prarabdha alone. Therefore, mind is required. Mind is required. Mind is required to exhaust our punya prarabdha or papa prarabdha. This is the first reason. Therefore, manonashaha means we should not take it in the literal sense. Then what is manonashaha means? Problematic mind you destroy. Enjoy the beautiful mind, a relaxed mind, a wonderful mind you enjoy. You destroy the problematic mind. Then the healthy mind, with that you interact, exhaust your punya prarabdha, papa prarabdha. Then only you will get moksha. That moksha comes when you exhaust your punya prapa prarabdha. Understand? Without exhausting, even gnani also exhausts his prarabdha. Once even gnanam comes, still his prarabdha continues. Just as when you stop the switch, but still fan moves. That is called prarabdha. Even you after getting gnanam, because of previous prarabdha, the life continues. After some time, another example, when you are pedaling, cycling, and you have done cycling lot of time, it allows the cycle to move forward. You never ask, I am not pedaling, how cycle is going? You never ask. You are very intelligent there. Similarly, this person's after gnanam also, this prarabdha continues. Until that prarabdha over, this gnani will be in this body and he leaves the body when the prarabdha is over. This is one reason. The second reason why we should not take the literal meaning of the destruction, no mithya vastu require the destruction. No mithya vastu. Mithya vastu means false object. Any false object doesn't require its destruction. I'll explain. Just as our rope snake. When you understand that snake is false, do you like to beat that snake? You have seen superimpose the snake on that rope. You have understood this snake is false snake. Do you like to beat that snake? No. Because it is not there. It is mithya. Similarly, once you get knowledge, this mind will be falsified. It becomes falsified. How? Because once you get the gnanam, there is no Jagat, there is no Ishvara, there is no this Jeeva. All are one and the same. Adi gnapakam irko? Oh, that is Jagat, Jeeva, Jagat, Ishvara, Visesha, Rahitam. That is Gnanam. That is Nityanandam. This mind comes under the world or not. Jagat is Mithya. Once we have falsified, this world is nothing but Bhagavan. There is no other world than Bhagavan. So once you have falsified the world, this mind also belongs. Whatever I experience is different from me or not. The world I am experiencing is different from me. The mind I am experiencing is different from me. So all these are falsified. Just as you have falsified the snake, you falsify this mind. When you falsify the mind, is it necessary to destroy that mind? Mind illan solrame. That is not real. That is a ahankara, because out of sakshi, just as you are seeing your face in the mirror, in the reflection, where you keep the bindi and the mirror, there is a face. No, why you are not keeping there? You are looking into the mirror. Where you keep bottu? On your face, not on the mirror. You know that is false. Why? That is pratibhimbam. That is pratibhimbam. Similarly, this mind also pratibhimbam. This ahankara also, because of consciousness, sakshi, it is as though real appearing. Understand? So mind is falsified. Where is the question of? See, if you have any doubt, keep that doubt aside and don't listen with the doubt alone. You know? If you listen with that doubt, many more doubts will come. This subject will not enter into your mind. This is a little tough subject to grasp. So keep aside that doubt, listen the further subject. Later we'll clear that doubt. Otherwise, you go on boomeranging on that doubt. Oh, this is, I'm not able to follow. The whole subject will go off. Try to understand. So, Mano Nashaha means here falsification of the Mithya Vastu. Just as I am falsifying this desk. Are you understanding? There is no desk. Desk is unreal. What is real? Wood. What is desk? Name and form. But there is no real substance called desk. Similarly, there is no substance called mind. Because of consciousness, Chaitanyam, the Sakshi, this mind as though appears as Ahankara. Once you own up this, I am Sakshi consciousness, and you look at your mind, Ittanal, you are making me so much. Now you look at the mind, you falsify the mind. Once you falsify, it's never, no more threatening. Your mind is no more threatening. There is no real vastu. But for yoga, philosophy, they do practice samadhi for manonasha. See the difference. For us, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. For Vedantins, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Jivo Brahmaiva na aparaha. Brahma alone is real. Satya means truth. Brahman alone is real. This world is mithya. Mithya, Ilya. Because this world is nothing but Brahman alone. There is no world separate than Brahman and Anardham. This world, as long as I am seeing until today, this is false. Jagat mithya. This Jeeva, Brahma eva, na aparaha. Jeevo, Brahma eva, Brahma eva. Where is Jeeva? There is no Jeeva. Why? Jeeva, Brahma eva, na paraha. This Jeeva is not different from Brahman. That world is not different from Brahman. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. This Jeeva is Brahma eva. How many things are there? Tell me now. Only one. What is it? Brahman. Who is that Brahman? I myself. This Jeeva. When this Sakshi minus Ahankara is Brahman. This is when you falsify this mind. For yoga people, Jagat Satyam, Manas Satyam, and that's why they have to destroy the mind. They sit in meditation, samadhi, they struggle to destroy the mind because it is real for them. When it is real, you have to destroy. When it is unreal, you need not destroy. Following? Therefore, for yoga people, what is Jagat Satyam? Brahma also Satyam for them. Brahma Satyam, but Jagat Satyam, Manas also Satyam. Therefore, it is, they require samadhi, they require the destruction of the mind, not for Vedantis. Vedanti enjoys a wonderful, beautiful mind. Suppose a Gnani destroys mind and teaching Vedanta. Imagine. எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஒரு குரு உட்கார்ந்து மனசு இல்லாமலே டீச் பண்றாரு. என்ன ஞானம் வரணும்னு மனசு போகணுமே. You have to destroy the mind. If you take literally manonashaha and destroy your mind and teach Vedanta, what the teacher will teach? He cannot teach anything. Therefore, manas is required. So, manonashaha means here falsification of the mind or destruction of problematic mind. This mind no more problematic. No more problematic. Swatma Ramaha, Swatma Rama Paro Anisham. So dwelling in himself, in his own self. Swa Atma, one's own self. Swa means one's own. Atma means self. Satchidananda Atma, Brahman. Atma Ramo Paraha, dwelling always dwelling. Anisha means always. Who is that Swatma Rama? What type of Swatma Rama? Sukha Ghanam, embodiment of Ananda. Sukha means Ananda. Ghana means embodiment. Full of Ananda. Saha Jeevannapi Muktaha. This Gnani, he attained, by 8th sloka, he attained Nityananda Sukham. எவ்வளோ சௌக்கியமாக இருக்கும். ஒரு 8 ஸ்லோகாஸ் படிச்சுட்டுக்குள்ள நீங்கள் ஞானம் வந்த. தட்ஸ் வாட் ஹி இஸ் டெல்லிங். சஹ ஜீவன் அப்படி முக்தா. ஹூ கர்ம அனுஷ்டானம் பண்ணி, உபாசனை பண்ணி, மலம் ரிமூவ் பண்ணி, விக்ஷேபா ரிமூவ்ட், வாசனாக்ஷயம் டன், and then manonasha also destroyed, falsified the mind also, and the jagat also, Ishvara also owned up his Brahman. Such a person, Jeevannapi, in spite of living in this body, in alive, when he is alive, when she is alive, Jeevannapi, even though he is living, samuktaha, he is a free person. Muktaha means a free person. Saha. Instead of living in this body, such a person is a liberated one. Muktaha means liberated one. Then what happens to this person? Gnana has taken place. He is living. We will get doubt how long he will live. It tells prarabdhe kshapite cha deha vilaye. Until this prarabdha kshapite, until this prarabdha exhaust. Kshapite means exhaust. Until this prarabdha, his prarabdha exhaust, deha vilaye. Once this prarabdha exhaust, deha vilaye, he merges. He merges muktim videhangataha. He will become videhaha. Now sadeham, we are embodied. With body is called embodied. When there is no deham, videham. Videhangataha. When the prarabdha is over, he became videhaha. And he is already Jeevan Muktaha. When he was living itself. When this body goes, videhaha. என்ன மாதாஜி ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்கே. சின்ன எக்ஸாம்பிள் I will give you. Pot space. I will bring our example. Pot. Imagine a pot. In this pot, there is a space. Pot is called ghatam. Okay? The pot, inside there is space or not? So that is called pot space. Outside, there is space. When you break this pot, do you call this pot space? When the pot has gone, what happens to this pot space? Total space. There is no name called pot space. When the pot, similarly this pot, body goes away, this Atma merges in this Paramatma. Merges in a, like salt, madre eppadi merge aite irukuma, melting. What happens, this pot space, it comes and moves towards the total space. So really speaking, space is talking. Suppose you pot, you are in me, I am the space, you are in me. Space is talking. Pot telling, I have a space, pot space, and we are telling. This space is a fool. Really speaking, you are in the space. Pot is in the space. Similarly, what we are telling until today, Jeevatma, and the Paramatma வந்து இந்த ஜீவனுக்குள்ள உட்கார்ந்திருக்காரு. Paramatma is telling, Achi puchena ida. Say, fool, don't think like that. Everything, the whole thing is Paramatma. You are in Paramatma. But instead of that, what we are telling? We are giving a space to Paramatma. But we are exactly, this wave comes and tells, see, I am the wave. Its nature is water only. Similarly, there is this Jeeva, Bhava, totally go away. That is called merging. Even merging is intellectual understanding only. There is no question of merging any event, never take place. Moksha also is not an event, just intellectual understanding. This Jeeva, when this body goes away, this same Jeevan Muktaha become Videhaha. That's why Janaka Maharaja name is called Videhaha. Because in spite of living in this body, he is always free mentally, he is free from the body. That's why he is called Videha Raja. Therefore, Sachi Saukhya Maye Hi Upadhi Rahitaha. So, what happens to this Gnani? Nothing will happen. This encasement, this body is an encase. And he leaves this encase, Nirguna Brahma. Satchit na Nirguna Brahmani. He merges into the Nirguna Brahmani. Nirupadhika means Upadhi Rahitam. This body is called Upadhi. When this body go away, what happens to this Atma? As it is. Atma is there already. This Upadhis comes and goes. Nirupadhika Brahmani Upadhi Rahite Satchit Saukhya means that Ananda, that Sukham. Swarupam Maye means Sukha Maye means Swarupam, one's own nature. Even Ananda, Sukham, all these words from the standpoint of worldly people. Once you get Gnanam, you are beyond Avak, no? Avang Manasa Gocharam Brahman. So Nirguna Brahmani, Upadhi Rahite, Nirupadhika Brahmani, Majjatva Apare Pare. Majjatu means immerse. Apare means the shoreless. Then unlimited. There is no limit. Param means end. There is no end for this Brahman because Brahman is everything. There is no bounds to Brahman. No? Infinite. Apare Pare. Param means Brahmani. So this is called Adhishtana Sesham. What is Adhishtanam? Brahman is the Adhishtanam. When you own up this Adhishtanam, naturally all these Mithya Vastus will go away. That itself is falsification. Another thing, what I thought of telling, this Manonashaha, there also we should not take it any physical events. This Samadhi, Manonashaha, no physical event takes place. Just, and the Pare Brahmani means, why he said Nididhyasanam, all those things, in spite of getting Gnanam, Atma, everybody is having, but that Anubhava is not there. The Phalam, Atma Anubhava, even Ajnani also has got. Ajnani also has Anubhav, Atma Anubhav. Every time you are experiencing Saksha Atma. Without Atma, you cannot function, no? See, even in Ajnani there is Atma. Even in Gnani there is Atma. What is the difference between that Ajnani and this Gnani? And the Ananda Anubhava, the Phalam, Anubhava is both of them same. Because of Atma only, he is also eating, he is also sleeping, he is also doing all his actions. Because of consciousness. Gnani also doing the same thing. But what is the difference? Na? The phalam of that knowledge he is not able to understand, enjoy. This Gnani enjoys. The phalam. What is that phalam? Anandam, Sukham, Parama Sukham. No? There is no any worry, limitation, fear, insecurity. All are gone because no ahankara is there. Ahankara falsified, mind falsified, intellect falsified. They are all reflections. So once you understand this, Nityanandam. Now Nityanandam is yours. Atma Anubhava everybody is having. What is lacking? Phalam. And the Anubhava phalam we are not getting. That Gnani will get. That is the difference. He knows, other people do not know. One person having rich wealth, if you don't know you have wealth, you are as equal as to the beggar, a pauper. If you know that you are a rich person, alone you can use that money, richness. Similarly, when you know your own nature, till today I am thinking I am body, mind, intellect, but now I understood after studying Jeeva Yatra. So I am trying to understand. I hope you have understood well. You are all very good students. I know that. But even the still subject is tough to understand, but you have to do well more on that. My nature is consciousness. That is always there. Nityam, its nature is Anandam. That is the Swarupam. The Swarupam will never go. This is another first point you have to apply here. Why I am struggling? Every one of us struggling for Nityananda. It will never go. That is why we are all behind of Nityanandam. That is why it is called Nityam. Therefore, he tells in this sloka that Sat-Chit Anandamana, Sat-Chit Saukhya Mayam. Sat and Chit. Sat means existence, Chit means consciousness. Sat means truth. The truth means that is Satyam. Existence, that existence is same Chit here also in the form of consciousness. Same Sat, the truth, the Brahman is appearing in this body as Chit, consciousness. Sat Chit Saukhya. So, Madhyattu Apare Pare. That shoreless, that unlimited, infinite, Pare, that Brahmani, this Gnani merges. Merges means don't take literally, he understands intellectually. The next sloka, he is going to talk about the Guru Anugraha Prarthana. How Guru Anugraha helps a person. It's very important. Without Guru Anugraha, there are 4 Anugrahas are required. First Anugraha is Ishvara Anugraha. Ishvara Kripa is required to get Gnanam. The second one is Guru Kripa. Guru Anugraha also required. Third one is Shastra Kripa. Shastra also should bless me. So Shastra blessings are not there, we never get Atma Gnana. So therefore, I should have Shastra Kripa also. Final and very important Kripa is Atma Kripa. one's own kripa also required. Whoever has got all these four kripas, such a person attains that Nityananda Sukha. For that sake, we have to, for Ishvara Kripa, I have to develop devotion towards Ishvara. For Guru Kripa, I have to serve Guru. And a length of time, I have to develop Shraddha Bhakti towards Guru. And Shastra Kripa, I have to develop Shraddha Bhakti towards Shastra is the Pramanam. Tremendous Bhakti I have to develop. Just Bhakti is not sufficient. What form you can show your Bhakti? By studying only. I worship Bhagavad Gita daily, put flowers and chandan, kumkum. This is also a Bhakti. But what type of Bhakti we want? Open the Bhagavad Gita. Study from the teacher. What is the real essence of Gita? Get the essence from the teacher. That is real Bhakti. Study of the Shastra. Then only Shastra Kripa takes place. Not by just respect. Even Guru also, I respect my Guru. Once in a week I will go and see her. Do Sashtanga Namaskar. Kaal gattiya pidichittu Namaskaram panni varuven. Inna teacher ku enna venumo ella pannite. Class ku maatram pomate. How Guru will help you? You have to study from that Guru. Length of time. Then only you can know what Guru is talking, what he want to convey. Then Atma Krupa also. Your effort also required. Therefore, with this we conclude. Next verse tomorrow morning we'll see. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri